Hi everyone! Let's continue our deep dive into Signax sub-administration. In the previous video, we set up our company and added users, but for them to actually start working in any of the Signax modules, they need a specific project to work on. In this video, we'll walk through how to create one. To start, open the hub, go to the Projects tab, and click the plus icon. In the project creation menu, the only mandatory field is the name. You can also assign a project code, set the time zone, and add an address. There is also a calendar field. We choose the default one for now and switch it to another one later, once I explain how company calendars work. Click Add and your project is created. The new project is automatically selected in the drop-down, so we can adjust its settings. The first thing you'll need is to add team members. Click Add and select one or several users from the list. Keep in mind that only users added to your company will show up here. Once added, users appear in the projects table. You'll see their name, email, assigned licenses, and their specific roles for this project. Initially, these roles are pulled from the default settings you set on the Users tab, but you can override them by selecting new values from the drop-down. You can remove a user from the project using a trash can icon. If your project gets too crowded, use the filters at the top to find people by name, email, or role. Just above is the Edit button. Use this to change project details or delete the project if it is no longer active. Don't worry, deleted projects aren't gone forever. They move to the archive, where you can restore them if they were deleted by mistake, or if a finished project suddenly becomes active again. Now let's click Settings and head over to the Calendars tab. Here you can create one or more calendars for your company. These calendars define which working days are used to calculate deadlines for issues, reviews, and transmittals. When you click Add, a calendar window pops up. Give it a name, set the year, the number of workdays, and the reporting day. You can also manually click any day to toggle it between a workday colored blue or a day off. Once saved, the calendar appears in your company list. If you have several, the active checkbox determines which one is used by default for new projects. Let's go to the Projects tab, hit Edit, and assign our new calendar to the project. As soon as you have at least one project in your company, a new field appears in the Creation menu, Template. If you select a project here, the settings for the Docs and the Dashboard modules will be copied over to the new project. We'll cover them in later videos dedicated to these modules. For now, here is a pro tip. One of the best practices for managing Signax is to create a separate template project that no one actually works in. Use it strictly to store your gold standard default settings. Let's create such a project and call it Template. Now, whenever you start a new project, just select this template from the drop-down to save yourself a ton of setup time. As the number of users and project grows, you may need tools to analyze what's happening within the company. Hub offers a range of useful tools for this purpose. One of them is Excel export for user info. When exporting, you can check a box to include project-specific data in the report. In the generated file, you'll see names, emails, company-level permissions, and default roles. It also lists licenses and access rights for each Signax module. For quick reading, the report uses shorthand: U for user, A for administrator, and O for owner. Since we checked the project info box, the file also includes separate sheets for each project listing the users, their roles, and their active licenses. Finally, there is the Logs tab, a lifesaver for admins. This is a detailed journal of every event happening in your company. You can filter the list by date range, project, user, or specific actions. There is also a filter by Signax module, though right now the log primarily tracks only Signax Docs events. You can export this filtered list to Excel if you need, to run further analysis in other software. So, we have now covered all the essentials of hub administration. There are a few other tabs we haven't touched, but they are either very specific or still in development, so we'll skip them for now. Our next big topic is managing specific Signax modules, starting with Docs, which is the core tool for technical document management and your common data environment. We'll dive into that in the next videos. See you soon!